the no. Because who's warning?
No. Yeah. Who's warning? Well,
there's no who would be in charge of the middle of the Atlantic.
How often does it happen? Never.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lots of questions.
Lots of questions. Well, we've got answers to other things. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for choosing America's Morning Headquarters to get you through the mid-morning hours.
That's right, the Weather Channel. We're going to be here to help you plan out the events here for the day and ahead, heading closer and closer to the weekend. More stormy times. We're going to see that actually uptick a bit here for us, particularly in the middle of the country, watching that activity. And boy, I tell you, spinning.
So this is a big gyre, right, that's over the eastern half of the country. We've been talking about this, but embedded within that, there were little small circulations with extremely cold air aloft that moved over Tennessee yesterday, and it was just remarkable to see, like, the big swirlies and then the little swirlies and how complicated it all is. It's just amazing to watch.
It was very distorted in the way it looked, right? It was sort of pieces of it moving everywhere. It's still here today.
Still here.
And still has an influence, and we'll show you where. Also, it's still snowing in spots up here, also in the west, and we got to break that down too. How much longer are we in for this?
Yes.
How much longer? We need a strong wind just to push it on out. Say, get out of here. And it's coming soon, but not today.
Exactly.
All right. Well, the return of spring is getting a chilly reception. If there's anyone who's a bigger Taylor Swift fan than Greg Postel, I don't know. Because he is it. And let me show you. This is a forecast for him. I know he'd love to go to this show, too, after he went last week. We've got more rain coming into Nashville. And this is important for all of the outdoor plans. We've got rain Friday night. There may be thunderstorms. Saturday night. There may be thunderstorms. So all things to watch, and especially for the Eras Tour, which is at Nissan Stadium. Maybe up to an inch, snow levels high, but there'll be new snowpack falling there. And then we have 1 to 2 inches of rain coming in spots to the northwest with the next system that's coming in. All right, Alex, so we're stuck in so many different patterns.
Yeah.
Stuck in the Great Lakes. We're stuck in the east. And we're stuck in these seasons. Meanwhile, we're not too far from hurricane season.
Right, and we're hoping we don't get stuck in that season for very long at all. But we do want to be prepared for that. So that was what we were talking about yesterday. It's actually Hurricane Preparedness Week. So it was all about preparedness. And so we asked you yesterday, what is sort of the one thing that you forget to pack in your kit here? And of course, we were dealing with issues here in Virginia Beach. Big storm came on through, unfortunately, an EF3 tornado that hit the city this weekend. Good news there, several roads have reopened. In fact, a section is a little ways from the ocean front, but does hold some key evacuation routes there in Virginia Beach. So preparation for not just hurricanes, but also severe weather, because we're in the midst of that. A few of them in case you need them, particularly with those flashlights that tend to, go out.
The big batteries. Well, we are moving closer to the heart of spring, and the warmer temperatures are settling in this week.
They are. They're in the car.
Right. Teaching them how to get out. I remember a story from when my niece and nephews were younger, and they were used to being in a minivan. They were in my car. They didn't know how to get out. They're used to pressing the button to open the door, and all of a sudden it's different.
Well, the other thing that we brought up yesterday really importantly was that you looked at Oklahoma City and Dallas, hot today, and it makes sense that you'd have a hot car threat. It happens even when it's much cooler. Temperatures can only be in the 60s outside, and your car can overheat to dangerous levels quickly.
Absolutely.
All right, welcome back, everyone.
Absolutely. We are here with you during this mid part of the week. Lots to follow here for us. Of course, we've been tracking what's going on in the Northeast, Great Lakes region, and boy, the satellite picture here is just shows quite a bit of what is happening here in this region.
Greg Postel wants to jump into it like a la Mary Poppins and, walk around the spokes of the upper level low.
These satellite pictures are unbelievable over the last couple days in the eastern half of the country. And I would like to spend some time, not right now, but going over why it looks the way it does and why that matters. Because there are so many variations inside of this larger pattern. Everybody thinks, oh, it's cool and unsettled in the east. Yes, but inside of that, there are little swirlies that are modulating the weather very significantly.
There's a lot of like subreddits going on. Level low.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's talk about what we've got in terms of what people are having to deal with because of the messiness that we've got there in parts of the Northeast. And it's going to continue
changing. We're going to get into a rainy pattern. I'm taking you out to Springfield, Tennessee, which is just north of Nashville. One of the many Springfields out there. That has to be one of the most common town names. Anyway, a beautiful day today. We still have another day of the low humidity. It's going to be dry. It's going to be sunny. Temperatures still running a little below average. but that's going to change. I'm going to start to bring some raindrops down here on this pavement by the time we get into the weekend. Terrible timing. This has been such a great week. Every day you look out your window at work and you think, oh, I just want to go outside. I want to work in the garden. I want to take a walk. Well, do it, because you need to take advantage of this weather. Don't let it pass you by. It is going to change, and we get back to humid, warmer, and rainfall. Nice today, 71 degrees there up in Nashville. We're going to watch, though, the pattern change, and thunderstorms make a return. We see that across the southern plains. By the end of the week, we start to see the moisture and the instability come back right here to the lower Mississippi Valley. Eventually, that shifts into the Tennessee Valley, and rain comes back into the picture for several days in a row. We're talking about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, showers, maybe even thunderstorms in the forecast. This is a big deal. It's the weekend. I know a lot of you have plans, so hopefully you can plan accordingly. Severe start to the season. Every single week for the first 2 months of the year, we had storms in January, in February, and then, we got into April and things kind of changed. So let's talk about what was happening in the atmosphere.
Fascinating that you could.
One of the professions that, man, I tell you, we really got to do better in terms of supporting them. So. Yeah. Big shout out to all the teachers across the nation.
I mean, I think teachers are so much a part of why we're here today, not just because of the education, but because of the support as well. So here is your personal Tulsa forecast. We've got temps today in the 70s. The rain does come back tomorrow, but it looks like storms will stay to the south. Then it heats up for the weekend.
Ooh, getting a little sizzly out there with the 93 showing up. Yikes. All right, well, it is music would take up the whole show. That's how many artists are in this
festival. And we'd be
festival.
like, that's not real.
Exactly. And it's all in one day. All those artists on one day.
They all play for like 15 minutes?
Well, you have to pick. There's several stages, so you're probably going to miss out on someone you really wanted to see. But, yeah, exactly. But look at the forecast. This is on Saturday when the festival is taking place. And a beautiful day in Vegas. Vegas can get hot at this time of the year. Yeah. 74. That's going to be nice.
That looks great. It was busy there in Vegas this morning. What time is it? Like 7 a.m.?
You don't sleep in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, you can find your city of the day in that's the changeable season, spring and fall. But this year, I feel like winter was changeable.
Yeah. Was it a winter? I mean, I guess there were some people that definitely got that.
Minneapolis, Duluth.
Yeah, there would be people arguing with me on that one. Absolutely.